great villain doesn't just challenge the hero, they completely hijack the entire show, fix the pacing, and make you secretly realize that the main character is actually the most boring person in the room.
But today we are separating the true tactical gods from the absolute genetic mistakes of anime history.
Two of these icons are so brilliant they make you want to join their cult, while the other two are so profoundly disgusting they make you want to delete your Crunchyroll account. Welcome to Ranked Red. Let's break some fan bases.
Let's start in the legendary green tier with the absolute CEO of gaslighting, gatekeeping, and flawless hair, Sosuke Aizen. The man who didn't just break the rules of Bleach, he literally wrote the script.
Aizen didn't just betray the Soul Society. He revealed that every fight, every major event, and every important decision was already part of his plan. He stopped the main character's hype moment with a single finger. While everyone else was fighting battles, Aizen was rewriting reality. Aizen didn't just win. He mentally dismantled the entire cast. He secretly eliminated the highest governing body of the Soul Society and ruled from the shadows, without anyone realizing it.
But if Aizen is the master of mind games, our next green tier icon is the undisputed president of throwing hands, Madara Uchiha. Let's be honest, the Naruto franchise practically broke itself trying to figure out how to beat this man because he was simply too cool to die.
Here is a hot take that will start a war. Madara didn't need a deep philosophical motive. He dropped into a battlefield, looked at an army of 10,000 trained ninjas, and treated them like a minor inconvenience. He casually pulled a literal meteor out of the sky. And when they barely survived it, he asked them what they were going to do about the second one. He casually pulled a literal meteor out of the sky, and when they somehow survived it, he asked them what they were going to do about the second one. Madara's true depth wasn't just his incredible power. He grew up in a world where children died on battlefields every day. That's why we believe peace was impossible. To him, the infant Tsukuyomi wasn't destruction. So why does the internet still worship Aizen and Madara years after their stories ended? Because they didn't just fight the heroes, they fundamentally altered the universe they lived in. Aizen redefined anime intelligence, making every viewer question reality, while Madara set an unmatchable gold standard for apocalyptic. They are the twin deities of the green tier. That isn't just power, that's a historical level of disrespect that puts most anime villains to shame. Aizen and Madara don't just win fights, they become the reason people remember the show. But before we descend into the absolute gutter of the Crimson Tier, there is one villain who almost took the crown from Aizen and Madara.
The king of chimeras, Meruem. He didn't just surpass humanity in power, he surpassed them in intellect.
He mastered humanity's greatest strategy, simply by playing board games. Every defeat made him wiser. Every victory made him more human. What made Meruem unforgettable wasn't his strength. He began as a ruthless predator and ended with more humanity than the heroes who defeated him.
Of the green tier. Two absolute titans of the green tier. But the era of legendary hype is officially over. Put on a hazmat suit. We're heading into the toxic trenches of the Crimson Red tier. Enter Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen. This patchwork abomination is the absolute pinnacle of a villain you love to hate.
He doesn't have a tragic backstory to make you feel bad, and he doesn't want to fix society. He just genuinely enjoys being a parasite. He doesn't have a tragic backstory to make you feel bad, and he doesn't want to fix society. He just genuinely enjoys being a parasite. What makes Mahito so intensely hated isn't just his power, it's his sheer unbothered disrespect. He will manipulate vulnerable people, destroy lives, and then laugh about it like it's a game. The community didn't just want him defeated, they wanted him permanently erased from existence. That's how much people hated this guy. What makes Mahito truly terrifying isn't just his body count, it's how he breaks people. He preys on loneliness, manipulates trust, and laughs at despair. Mahito isn't just a villain. He's a psychological predator.
But if Mahito is hated for his body count, our final villain is universally despised for one singular, unforgettable act of pure malice.
the undisputed gold medalist of internet hatred, Shou Tucker. This man has no superpowers, no giant armies, and no universe-ending scheme. He is just a desperate man who wanted to keep his state funding. He traded the people who trusted him most for his own selfish ambition. He didn't become a monster because of power. He became a monster because he chose himself over everyone else. Crime committed in a single room, no army, no grand plan. Just a cold betrayal so disturbing that anime fans still remember it decades later. So what did he do? He committed one act so unforgivable that anime fans still talk about it decades later.
You thought Shou Tucker was the absolute worst a human could do? Meet the Sovereign of Dawn, Bondrewd.
And called it science.
He didn't just experiment on innocent children. He turned them into living cartridges, all to survive the curse of the abyss.
The most disturbing part, he remembered every child's name. He loved them like a father.
He didn't just cross the line of human decency. He erased it completely. This is what separates legendary villains from unforgettable monsters. Some earned respect, others earned pure hatred.
When you compare all four side by side, the difference becomes impossible to ignore. Aizen and Madara didn't just become great villains, they became the reason millions of fans fell in love with their stories. Mahito and Shou Tucker crossed a different line. They stopped being entertaining villains and became symbols of cruelty, betrayal, and everything the anime community refuses to forgive.
There is a massive difference between a great villain you love to watch and a villain who makes you physically uncomfortable. Mahito? Shou Tucker? Or is there a monster even worse that we didn't mention? The comments are officially open. Let the war begin.